This is the weather forecast video for Monday, April 23rd, 2012. Taking a look at the satellite image from last evening, it was fairly quiet except for a nor'easter moving up the mid-Atlantic and northeast coast with some rain over the coast and some snow over the far interior of New York and western Pennsylvania. And the winter storm watches and warning, or winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings are there here on the watch warning map from midnight. Some freeze advisories around the Great Lakes. From here westward, nothing. QPF chart precipitation for the next 5 days through Friday evening at 7 o'clock shows the heaviest amounts of precip over New England. Some precip around here with a system later this week, maybe up to 1/4 to 1/2 inch. So let's take a look at that storm system and others with the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. this afternoon. There's the storm system in deep trough over the eastern half of the country and a ridge over the west. There's the storm with the rain along the coast and some snow from Buffalo to Pittsburgh into West Virginia. Here is slowly warming up with the ridge building in slowly from the west. The storm to our east moves up into Canada, and it actually begins, on this run, begins to retrograde back to the north and west. That causes the storm you see over just north of the Canadian border to come slamming southeastward with the low moving to near Omaha. It's good to see some showers and maybe an embedded thunderstorm on Wednesday as the low moves up into Hudson Bay and another storm comes in the west. It clears off Thursday, slightly cooler, maybe some 60s, in low to mid 60s. With the next storm coming in from the west, we need to watch that here for Friday. Low begins to develop in southwestern Kansas. Some showers, thunderstorms. Could we see some severe weather? Still a bit too early. We'll have to wait a few days. On Saturday, the storm moves off. The low will be will be south of us near about St. Louis. So some showers. This looks like a rainy day next Saturday. So we'll see if this changes. And by Sunday, the storm moves off and it does cool back down, maybe into the 50s for highs. And lows maybe back down in the 30s once again. We'll have to see on this. A week from today, next Monday, this would be the 30th of April. This flow is pretty zonal, although there's a slight dip and some energy over New England and a little piece of some energy over the Rockies, but we'll be starting to warm back up at this point, back to at least the 60s. So we'll see what happens for the last weekend of April into the month of May. And here it is, May 4th. Flat as can be. No real storm systems, very little energy, but with this quick moving pattern, we'll see quick moving storms. Could have one to our moving in, one over the east, one over the Pacific. So quick moving storms, there's no real threat for severe weather or heavy rain. Moving to the 7th, we have a ridge building up over the south and west, a trough over the Great Lakes. So with this pattern and some energy moving across the western Great Lakes, we could see some rainfall then, and temperatures behind it warming up with a heat low forming over the desert southwest. So it'll be getting hot, maybe over 100, very close in Phoenix and Tucson. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one on Tuesday.